Are you stuck in a job that doesn't light you up and you're looking for meaningful work but don't know where to start? Whether you're at the start of your career or simply looking for a sea change, there is a better way to find the job you really want. And I promise you it's easier than you think. It's time to invest in what psychologists call pathways thinking, otherwise known as willpower. Willpower, as described in my last video, is the ability to imagine different paths to achieve a desired goal. It's about thinking flexibly when you hit a roadblock and finding alternative options rather than doing the same thing again and again. For example, let's say you try one approach and you get stuck. Don't give up and don't just keep trying harder doing the same thing again and again. Instead, make space to pause, consider alternatives, and then try something different. The more paths you try, the more likely you are to achieve your desired goal. And that's the essence of willpower. So let me show you how willpower can help you break out of your current rut and launch you into a better career. So let's say you're a chef and you're tired of the long hours and the demanding work that comes with the job. You're getting older and you want to have kids, and you know that night shifts aren't that tenable for a young family. So it's time to find a new career, and hospitality is all you know, but you're confused about what the next step might be. So let's run this problem through the willpower filter and see what we come up with. As described in my first willpower video, which has a link in the show notes, the 3 steps are to brainstorm, eliminate, and do something new. Okay, brainstorm new options. This step is about generating as many ideas as you can think of, aiming for quantity, not quality. Here's a challenge for you. Why don't you set yourself a goal to come up with 50 alternative options for what you might do next? Now, they don't have to be good options. A few wild, creative, almost absurd options will help get the creative juices flowing. Okay, so let's start with option 1. Write something down. How about you quit your job and start to make money as a busker? Okay, bad idea, but at least we're off and running. Next option, why don't you start a drive-in movie theater where you only show 80s reruns? Okay, that's ridiculous, but let's keep going. Could you call your cousin and ask about a builder's apprenticeship? Maybe join the army or return to study so that you can teach your cooking skills to students. Okay, that's 5 out of 50. We're doing well. Let's keep going. Can you sign up for a job-seeking website? Can you learn how to write a resume? Or maybe have a conversation with a friend about what they think you'd be good at? Can you talk to others who have left hospitality and find out how they made the leap? Or maybe get a loan and start your own bakery franchise? There's actually a link in the show notes if you're interested in doing this with Banjo's Bakery Cafes. Okay, that's 10. The point is, if you widen your thinking and consider as many options as possible, then you're sure to find new creative alternatives that you haven't yet thought of, and they can propel you to a better future. You won't necessarily know where that future will take you, but if you can find a creative option, take the next step, and then learn something new and then brainstorm new alternatives once more, well, then you'll use the skills of willpower to start to move you forward to a new career. You know, sometimes you try something new and you have that life-changing conversation or experience that aha moment, that kairos moment, as I've talked about in previous videos, that can help you to take the next step. Now, all of this is far better than simply sitting back and just hoping the right job will fall in your lap, hoping that something will happen. So that's step 1, brainstorm creative options. The second step is to eliminate current options. And this is another way in which you can use thought experiments to creatively find a path forward. Ask yourself the question, what would I do if I forgot my line? Sorry. No, that could be funny. Ask yourself the question, what would I do if my current options were removed? So you can no longer work in hospitality, you can't serve food, you can't brew coffee, but you still need an income. What do? Play with this scenario in your mind and come up with ideas. Could you be a stay-at-home dad and support and encourage your partner in her career dreams? Or retrain by applying for a course? Or advertise gardening services in your local neighborhood to bring in some cash while you work out your next move? Actually, that's not a bad option. You like working with your hands. There's plenty of people in the neighbourhood who are looking for gardening services, and you've always wanted to work for yourself. See? You're making progress. Keep coming up with options that are random and interesting. Combine different options. The point of coming up with more options and eliminating current options is to discover multiple paths to achieve your goal. So the final thought experiment to learn the skills of willpower at work is to do something new. This is less about thinking and more about action. Do something new that you've never tried just to get moving again. If you like the idea of starting a gardening business, well, do something about it without quitting your day job. You could let your neighbours know that you're available to, mow lawns and trim trees. See what comes of that. Or you can volunteer to help your mate landscape their garden. They need help and it'll be a great learning experience. Or maybe take a basic chainsaw course. It's a skill you've always wanted to learn and it'll help you cut firewood in winter. The point is, use willpower to do something. Do something, reflect on it, come up with new options, take another step. Eventually you'll discover new things about yourself and hopefully discover a great next step to get that job you've always wanted. So this is willpower in action at work. When I coach people who are contemplating a career reset, it's those who create multiple options and who think of alternative strategies and then do something about it who tend to find a way forward. By using willpower or pathways thinking, you'll find it far easier to make progress on complex problems. You'll feel less stuck and make space for a meaningful, intentional life. So I hope these ideas are truly valuable to you if you feel stuck, don't know the next step to a job, and need to get moving again. If this is where you're at, I would also encourage you to go back and view some of my career reset videos about my personal story and also the science of non-linear career change. And listen to season 2 of the Space Makers podcast, which is all about how to make space to navigate life's inevitable resets. And if you want some help, feel free to reach out at spacemakers.au/strengths. We have strength coaches who can help you discover your Clifton Strengths top 5 themes of talent and also help you reflect on how to make a career reset. So thank you so much for being part of the Space Makers community. I hope this short video on willpower at work has encouraged you and can help you take the next step. And of course, please like and subscribe to this channel. It's so helpful. And leave a comment. I'd love to hear about how you are using willpower to make progress in your job. But until next time, make space.